Welcome to our Aging Puzzle. I'm your host, Corlette Deveaux. This is the 4th week of March, and we are so thrilled that you are here. Thank you for joining our show. We're going to share the remainder in the last week of Catrina Hurst's story. She's been such an inspiration, and she shared so much information with us this month that I hope it was able to help you, motivate you, and inspire you. Our show will continue to bring you topics and conversations from guests from all over the world and from all walks of life. We want to thank you for joining us and being a part of our community. We appreciate you. We want to have the opportunity every single week to really bring something to you that you find of value. That's why we bring a variety of topics like current topics on what's going on in the world. We have health problems, and we have always our tips to help you live a longer and healthier life. And we are super excited to have back this week Catrina, who is sharing her story about going from a busy young woman to being a businesswoman and thriving. We had such a pleasure and such a great time celebrating with her during the month of March for Women's History Month. She has brought her generosity, and she shared her unique insights and her fascinating story from her blazing trails as a busy woman to a businesswoman growing up in the streets of New York. Growing up in the streets of Detroit, Michigan. I want to go to New York. That's why I'm saying that, y'all. So my apologies. Catrina is a lady that brings so much talent and just a whirlwind of inspiration. Her amazing resume dazzles us with all of the things that she's done, from her business to her childcare, theology, leadership, nonprofit, family restaurant. She is truly a multi-talented individual. And she does this all with a smile on her face and not a sweat broken. Fantastic. We want to mention that she's been doing this for 25 years. And she's a young woman. So I know that if she can do it, you can do it too. If you have ever thought about taking the leap out there and starting your own business, go ahead and do it. Catrina's going to share how you can contact her. If you have any questions or if you need any guidance or inspiration, I can also help you as well. I would be happy to. We are here to help and support in any way that we can. We are truly happy that Catrina continues to sparkle and shed light and encourage everyone and inspire everyone around her with her contagious love for her community and for continuous growth and her ability to learn constantly. Remember, every month we bring guests like Catrina with us. Once a month, we have the same guest, and that guest will share their story. Just as Catrina has shared her story the first week, she talked about going from busy as a young woman to week 2, going from busy young woman to working. And in week 3, she talked about going from busy working to being in her own business. And this week, she's going to talk to us about business with a purpose. She is fulfilling her life purpose by doing what she wants to do, and she is thriving. So she will share that with us today. Now it's time for us to talk about aging facts, which we do every week. Remember, virtual reality is not just for gamers anymore. Good Lord, yes, it's for all of us. Virtual reality is now a thing for everybody, young and old. You just never know what's going to happen. So you just go with it and you embrace it. It's becoming a hit among seniors. Did you know that? I just found that out myself. Well, according to a recent study conducted by Stanford University, seniors are embracing virtual reality as a powerful tool to boost their emotional well-being and their engagement. So if you're not senior, that's okay. You have time to jump in the bandwagon. I have to jump in the bandwagon too, because we can't let the seniors embrace this before we do. This study which surveyed 17 senior communities across the United States, revealed some exciting findings, and this is what they found. They found that seniors who participated in virtual reality experiences reported an improvement in their emotions and interactions with staff. Well, it seems that strapping on a virtual reality headset isn't just fun, it's also a game changer for enhancing the quality of life for our aging population. So go ahead, put on that headset and go into the virtual reality world. Well, what makes this discovery even more exciting is the role of innovative technologies like artificial intelligence, AI. This is shaping the future of senior care. AI-powered virtual reality experiences are not only entertaining, but they are also tailored to meet the unique needs and preferences of seniors, providing them with personalized adventures and experiences that spark joy and ignite their imagination. Woohoo! Imagine seniors immersing themselves in a virtual travel experience, exploring exotic destinations they've always dreamed about visiting, or just engaging in stimulating cognitive exercises designed to keep their minds sharp and agile. With AI at the realm, the possibilities are endless, offering seniors a newfound sense of empowerment and independence. And as they continue to unlock the potential of technology in senior care, it is clear that virtual reality, alongside with AI, is paving the way for a brighter, more fulfilling future for our aging population. So let's embrace these innovative tools and harness their transformative power to ensure that every senior can live their best life filled with joy, connection, and endless possibilities. And this is one of the reasons why we are excited, because we are working on a new project that is designed specifically for seniors, and we are happy to say that it is coming soon. So stay tuned. We're going to roll this out and share this with you very, very soon. Now, let's talk about our special guest, Catrina Hurst. She was with us for the last 3 weeks, and we are thrilled, but we're also saddened to see her go. This is her last week with us, but she's been fantastic. She is a multifaceted individual whose journey from Detroit, Michigan is nothing short of absolutely and positively amazing. She has done so much in her lifetime, from education, from business, childcare, theology, nonprofit, and being recognized by Oprah as someone who is a strong representation in her community, as a community hero. She is our community hero. Ask Oprah. She's done so much, from her mentorship program called Queens, to her family restaurant, to her nonprofit organization, Royalty. She has done so much in her community, and she continues to do these things in her community, and she continues to thrive. And on top of all of that, she's a devoted member of High Praise Church, where she leads by example and serves as the director of the dance team and the intercessory prayer warrior. Wow, she is doing a whole lot. She is humble, and she has a spirit of generosity. She is doing all of this alongside her supportive family. Her husband, Larry, and her son, Cole, continues to inspire her to pursue her dreams and embrace her true and full potential. We're honored to have her share her wisdom with us and her experience for this last week of the month. So please join me in welcoming Catrina Hurst. Catrina, welcome back for the final week to
Thank
share
you for
your
having
story.
me back. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for this week to come. I'm sad it's going to end, but I'm happy to be here.
I'm so happy to have you, and you look fantastic. You look
You so
amazing.
Thank you. You as well, Queen. You look
Thank
beautiful.
you so much, my sister, my queen. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. And I'm sure we have some folks out there that appreciate you too, because your story has been truly inspiring and you're an obedient child of God.
Yes.
I appreciate you sharing your story.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this week, Catrina is going to be talking about business with a purpose. Remember, this whole month, we were talking to Catrina about busy woman to businesswoman. Last week, she talked about how she opened up her daycare. This week, we want to talk about her business, having a business with a purpose. Catrina, tell me about, your transition. We talked about going into your adult, your daycare. Tell me
Mhm.
why, what was the purpose and what was your reason for doing this? Let's start off there.
Yes. My purpose was definitely to so all the children can have a safe place while their parents was at work or at school. And my motto is always we treat all God's children like royalty because we are heirs and we know that our God is rich in everything. And so I make every children, I tell everybody, all of my children are celebrities. All of my parents are celebrities. Everybody walk through this door. I make them feel famous. I make them feel important and loved because their children come from so many different backgrounds and
Right.
their parents do too. Some good, some bad, but I try to make everybody feel just fantastic and loved. And that's the biggest thing that I do with my purpose. So my staff, everybody comes in, the children, believe it or not, people will come and take a tour of my center and they're like, we cannot believe the children are not walking across the tables. The children are not cussing. They're not spitting. They're not fighting. And I'm going, well, what type of daycares or schools are you all used to? Because this is
Unruly
how
ones. Unruly ones.
unruly, because I'm like, this is
Yes.
how I just ran. They can't believe it. Our school, we teach them Spanish, sign language. We teach them so many life skills, how to read, how to write, social studies, math. These are our 3 and 4-year-olds. We do advanced pre-K. So when they leave from us at age 4, they go to kindergarten, but they're really ready for first grade. All of our children are tested at higher grades. And so I'm just trying to make sure that they have that great head start that they need.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. So it seems as though you going into this business, you truly love this. You love the kids.
Yes.
That's
Yes, we
fantastic.
do. We love kids. Love kids. We're just to the point of where we even started. I never really wanted a nonprofit, so we started doing work for the community.
Mhm.
Where as I reference back to my mom, she didn't go to her prom as a high school senior because she grew up poor and she was also pregnant. And so I say, you know what, Mom, we're going to have you a prom one day because you didn't go to prom. So I started this event called Proms for Moms. And it's a black tie fair where all the adults will come dressed up, and the ticket money we raise, we would give it to high school seniors to get their prom attire.
Okay.
So we started it about 14 years ago. It became such a great thing that one of my sisters, she wrote a letter to Oprah Winfrey about proms for
Wow.
moms. And Oprah and her producers loved the idea. They actually had me on the show to come and talk about Proms for Moms. I was going on there to talk about Proms for Moms, but I didn't even get a chance to talk about it. Oprah talked about it for me in 2010, and she surprised my sister who wrote the letter and myself with all of her ultimate favorite things, gifts. She gave us a car. She gave us jewelry. She gave us about $40,000 worth of items, tax free. She paid the taxes on the car. She paid the taxes on the gifts.
Wow.
So much stuff. And I was like, okay,
Amazing.
I know I'm walking in my purpose because here I am trying to just bless my mom with the prom and bless some neighborhood children with a free dress or a tuxedo or a free hairdo and a ride to the prom. When now, because I'm a giver, God has turned around and allowed someone like Oprah Winfrey to turn around and bless myself and to bless my sister for writing the letter about me. So I didn't even know. At 4 o'clock, I'm not watching Oprah. I'm changing diapers and feeding babies. But my sister was. She was a pre-law student at Michigan State. So she had time to watch Oprah on her breaks. And when they asked for her to write about community heroes, she wrote about me. So it really felt
Wow.
so good to do that. So I I didn't need a car. I thank Oprah for the car, but I didn't need a car. So I had a car and a school bus and things. So God told me to sell the car back to Oprah and to the people, to Volkswagen. I took that money and I opened up a boutique and a restaurant for my husband and myself, a clothing store. And from there, that's when business, just continued to move forward. Out of the clothing store, God allowed me to take my years of modeling and open up a modeling school for young ladies. So I taught them modeling and etiquette. And our mission for that is not just to be a runway model, but it's to be a positive role model in the community. So, that's where all of my other businesses came from. And then, and just recently, I just started a mentoring program called 𝐏𝐚𝐠𝐞𝐬. So 𝐏𝐴𝐚𝐠 stands for Qualified, Unique, Educated, Encouraging, and Nurturing Sisters. Wow. And we have the quilt program, which is the Queens in Leadership Training, which is for my young girls, teens, and moms who would like to be a part. And I just try to show them the ropes, give them life skills, let them know that they're okay, talk to them about peer pressure, give them an avenue and a door to feel safe, to have a safe space to come and talk. Because a lot of times when people get over a certain age, they get over 18 and 21, they don't have anybody. And the people that they try to talk to sometimes may try and judge them or make them feel inadequate. And that's not what we do. I try to make everybody feel like they're a queen. And so that's part of, what I love. I just love to help people. And even from there, God blessed me to start a talk show. So I have a show called the Queens Who Lead Talk Show that airs on Preach the Word Network every Monday at 9:30. And that show highlights businesses in the community and people in the community, queens in the community that are doing positive things for people. And just to highlight them, to let them know that their hard work is not in vain, but they are queens. They are qualified, unique, educated, encouraging, and nurturing sisters, just like you, Corlette. I thank you so much for having me on this platform, because you definitely are a queen. And that right there, that led me into doing an anthology, which is my second book. And the second book is called Learning How to Live Life Without Regrets. And chapter 2 is my section, which is Queens. So I have my Queens book in there, and I have my Busy Woman, Businesswoman book that I have. And I'm just taking it one day at a time, really. I'm, doing what the Lord say do, and just trying to be a individual that lives life on purpose.
That is amazing. Wow. Okay. So as a child, you were busy in all the sports, church, ballet, or dance, honor roll student, all those things that you did as a busy child. It appears as though it was preparation for you to be the busy businesswoman that you are right now. And just listening to you, I heard that everything that you were doing, all of the businesses that you were doing are thriving because you are fulfilling your purpose. And your purpose is to be a giver and to help others. You've always been that way. And I'm super proud of you. Girl, but you have a lot of businesses. You're rocking and rolling. What in the world is that? Girl, okay, I'm just going to tell my readers right now, my listeners right now, I didn't know you had all those things, sister. High five to you. Hey, okay. All right, girl. You what you got here? You have the daycare. And because of you being a hometown hero, your sister wrote a letter to Oprah. Oprah brought you in, gave you all this money, this car. You turned around, sold the car back, and took that money to open up 2 businesses.
Yes.
Restaurant for your husband, and then a boutique.
Yes.
And you were thriving with that. And then you then you open up another business for mentoring for children. And then you're writing your second book. Did I miss something else?
I'm graduating June 10th with my doctorate degree in theology. So I went back to school to, hey, a lot of people, they complain about the pandemic and complain about what was going on. And I'm like, you know what? It's either you snooze or you lose, baby. So I was trying to find something positive to do, because I said, if it's another pandemic, I want to continue to be prepared to thrive and to not get sucked into what a lot of people, had issues with. I'm going to find one of these gifts and make some money. I tell them all the time, I can sell a pencil to some kids going to school. I'm not going to be hungry. We're going to make sure that we have some type of way, in a positive way, to sell money to sell something to make money to take care of ourselves, because
Absolutely.
the world is not getting any better. It's going to get worse before it gets better, as the Bible says. So it's up to us to create a path and a legacy for our children. I heard someone say that our footprints should be so big that it's enough in there for the next person to come and grab. And that's what I want to be able to do for so many. It's just so much of ourselves to pour. Even at my church, I volunteer at my church. I'm in charge of the praise dancers. So we are choreographed and we praise dance every week. It's so much that you can do without just sitting in the house or just being on Facebook and Instagram and scrolling and making TikToks. You don't want to waste your time in life by just doing that. You want to be able to have something that you can look back on and say, what did I do with my day? And be productive. And not just busy.
Because you're busy. Some people use their 24 hours in a day very effectively, and others don't. And it appears as though you maximize every single hour in your day. And you also said that you do all of this and you are not burnt out.
No.
You do all of this and you're not burnt out.
No, not at all. Everybody always asks me, when do you sleep? You do this and you're doing this and that. I'm like, yeah, I sleep real good at night with my husband. I go to sleep. Thank God I pray, wake up and move on to the next day. I have a schedule, a balance. I've had to learn how to say no. Those are some tips. I just want to give you some little tips. You can't do everything. It used to be a time I used to do 5 or 6 things on a Saturday. So I'm hitting a baby shower. I got a conference. I'm going to an event. I've got a wedding. But my mom told me, you will be burnt out if you don't learn how to say no. And then my mother always told me that you don't have to be the first person there and the last person to leave. Sometimes you just pop your face in, drop off a card. I just came to support and leave. And that's just as easier as just sitting there all day, letting your time go by. Because one thing about time, you cannot get it back.
No, you cannot.
You cannot get it back. And we are not getting any younger. Our days are moving forward.
That's correct.
They're moving forward. So we want to do as much as we can with this time that we have and just be an example. And even my son, we have one son, his name is Cole. I named the daycare after Cole. His name is 𝐏𝐚𝐠𝐞𝐬. And I thank God for him. He's also a busy man. He's an entrepreneur, just like his dad and I. He owns his own clothing line called 𝐏𝐚𝐠𝐞𝐬. He works full-time at the daycare. He just finished his schooling to be a realtor. He also works full-time at church as a videographer, something that I trained him when he was 8 years old to work in the church for free, learn how to work those cameras, videography. Now he gets paid good money every Sunday working over at Pastor Winans Church here in Detroit. He gets paid very well to work a video camera for a few hours. So I tell him, it's what you do in your childhood can carry you over to a job as an adult, and he loves it. So he's really a good young man. I thank God for him.
That's fantastic. What an inspiring story. You are absolutely an inspiration. And, I hope that someone out there is listening. But let me ask you, I don't know if everybody can do all the things that you're doing because you really are truly one of a kind. How can you help someone out there to truly give them tips on how to turn their idea and their purpose into reality? What tips would you give people out there?
I will tell you, these are the 3 tips that's in my book. The first chapter, it talks about the 3 things you want to do when you want to start a business. You want to prioritize. First, you want to pray. That's number 1. You want to pray. You want to pray and ask God to really give you the heart to do it, the time. And if you take one step, I don't care if you don't have the money. I didn't even have all the money when I started my daycare. But because I was obedient, took a step, people started to submit my name in for grants.
Wow.
To get, $25,000 grants. I didn't even know about these grants. And I knew it was God, because the funny part was most of these grants were for people who were in a building already. I'm in my basement, in my home. It wasn't even in my zip code. Wow. And the people I called, they say, you know what? We don't even have a grant for your zip code, but because you're we're going to go ahead and give you this grant as well. And I'm like, okay, God, the key word is obedience. Absolutely. So if God is telling you to do something, walk in obedience. The second thing is get to it and do it. It doesn't
Get
matter
to
what
it and do
it
it.
is, and
Stop
do it.
procrastinating.
Stop procrastinating. That's it. Stop procrastinating. No matter what the it is, if it's to write a book, people say, how do you write your book? I wrote mine on my cell phone. I put my video recorder on. Whenever I got an idea for a chapter, I would speak it into the video recorder. It would transcribe it and I would email it to myself and type it up on my computer. So that's how you do your books. The last thing is to prioritize. You must put things in order, and that's including rest, eating properly, exercise, doing the things you need to do. For me, my exercise every week is praise dance on a Sunday. So
Oh, fantastic.
I'm 48 years old, and I keep my heart pumping and my legs going and my arms and things moving because I praise dance. So that's my exercise. I don't have to do exercise every day, but at least once a week, you get you some exercise, some cardio in there and get to moving. And just trust God. Trust God, and don't try to compete with others, but try to learn how to complete others. What can you do to help other people?
Mm-hmm.
Always be a giver and be a servant first. That's my key. I'm a servant first. I can be an usher. I can be at a baby shower and don't know whose it is and get up and start helping clean up the tables. I was at a party the other night. My husband and I went to a Harlem Nights theme party. The lady started picking up the charger plates. I got up and started picking them up with her. I started taking the chair covers off, and she was like, "Oh, thank you." I'm like, she said, "You don't have to do that." I'm like, "Well, if I'm just sitting here watching you, why not get up and give you a hand?"
Fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic. And that is why you are blessed.
Amen.
Servant
Thank you.
and a giver. What an inspiring story. I appreciate you.
Thank
And
you. Appreciate
there,
you.
I've said it numerous times this month. You're one of a kind. I appreciate you. And thank you so much, Catrina, for sharing your story of inspiration, your story of purpose, your story about how to turn busyness into business and thrive and be successful. God, I don't know. I think you have like 5 or so businesses and a couple of books. Rock on, sister.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Rock on. Thank you so much.
Thanks. No, thank you for
Please,
that. I appreciate you.
please tell us how we can get in contact with you. If anyone wants to get in contact with you, tell us how to do that. And also, please share the name of your books so
Okay.
that our readers, our listeners can go and get your books and learn from you.
Yes, yes, yes. And I forgot to even add Corlette and let them know I am an actress as well and a model.
All
So
right. Yes,
I
because you're
do.
looking great right now, sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, those are a couple of things that I do. And even with the daycare center, my after school children, I allow them to intern. I
Mm,
teach them entrepreneurship, so they learn how to make balloon arches and photography and different things. So like I said, that's another thing I want to tell people: pour yourself into the youth,
yeah.
duplicate yourself because we won't be here forever.
Yes.
They have to learn how to do it. So that's another tip as well. But
Absolutely.
you can get in contact with me at Catrina Hurst. That's Catrina Hurst. That's via Facebook. Queen on a Throne. All one word. Instagram and Facebook. Queen on a Throne. Also, my website is throneboutique.com. You can visit me there. And Cole's Castle for the daycare is colescastle.org. So I'll make sure I send that information over because I would love to connect with you in some type of way. And I just pray that whatever you put your hands to is blessed.
Thank you so much. And there you
Thank
have it.
you.
Catrina Hurst. Fantastic, fantastic guest. Our topic
Thank
this month was businesswoman. Oh, sorry, busy woman to businesswoman.
Yes.
Congratulations on your success.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations on an awesome show. Happy, this is just a celebration of women all around. And I thank you so much. Just allow me to be on your platform. Great show.
Thank you, sister. Thank you again to our guest, Catrina Hurst, an inspiration and truly an impactful guest for the month of March. Happy Women's History Month to all women out there. Keep thriving, believe in yourself, and go for it. You can do it. It's not going to be easy, But we encourage you. You have support. You have people like Catrina, myself, and so many women out there who are willing to help you and guide you along the way. So please take that step. Now let's talk about habits to live longer and live better. Every week we recommend doing 4 things: proper diet, regular exercise, reducing your stress, and socialization. And I promise you, if you do these 4 things, they will have a positive effect on your overall health and well-being and will help you to live longer and to live better. So we encourage you to do them. This has been an exciting month, right? Busy woman to businesswoman. Yes, Women History Month. We've got tons of women like Catrina who have done so much in their life. And we loved sharing Catrina's story with you, a story of determination, success, and coupled with practical suggestions for self-improvement and leadership. And we hope that we were able to inspire you to do something and to take that leap of faith and to dig into yourself and employ and bring out your unique skills. So again, don't wait for motivation. Decide to act. Pledge to yourself, for yourself, and go for it. We encourage you to support our sponsor, DG Incorporated. Check out their website at dgincorporated.com and subscribe to their YouTube channel, DG Incorporated, or our YouTube channel at Our Aging Puzzle. Thank you again to our guest, Catrina Hurst, for being an amazing guest for this entire month. Happy Women's History Month to all. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next time. Voila!
I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from Shark Tank. DG Incorporated provides coaching services to help entrepreneurs open and grow assisted living facilities and build economic wealth. Visit their website to learn more.